Okay, checking the sound. Okay, checking the sound. Everything seems fine. Good morning to everyone. Wow, what a night. Bitcoin is showing teeth. So we had a dump and pump yesterday, and it was really nasty because I think it liquidated a lot of people. On the weekly, we're on the verge of going to the upside, printing green Heiken-Ashi, printing green momentum and going up on the weekly. On the daily, yeah, yesterday was quite volatile. We went down, then we went up abruptly with the liquidated money that we had from the down move. The CPI came higher again. That was the reason. So on the 3 hour, it seems a little bit too much, having in mind that this money flow is still in the red, and the money flow hasn't changed much, but the price has been pumped, and it's really interesting. I suppose we're going to get rejected at some point. I think 21k. I have to check the yeah, I have to check the liquidation map, but it seems to me that we're going to get rejected soon. Here the money flow is still increasing, so it's healthy. It seems healthy. I'm not saying it's healthy, but I'm a little bit afraid right now to put a short position at this level, because it's very possible that we might go to 20.5 probably, so we can wreck a lot of yeah, I'll check the liquidation map in a while. I think if we go to 20.4k, we're going to liquidate a lot of shorts. And this is the way it is: liquidation down, liquidation up. We almost hit the level that I was saying yesterday. It is looking too weak. There was even opportunity to get out of the longs here. There was opportunity, but if you're not in front of the PC, you're not able to get hold of this. Yeah, and we recovered here, and it was really strange. I remember for this move to the downside, like the stock market was still going up, and there was some divergence, really strange. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, on the 4 hour it seems that we nearly kissed this trend line, and went up above. So we held again this support at 18k or 18.5k. It held again, which is amazing. So maybe we're going a little bit higher. Yeah, there is another level coming at 20.4, I would say, and then if we continue, we're going to 21 probably then. Yeah, 21. Okay, let's see what is happening with the Bitcoin price on Google Trends. Well, it is still bottoming. It hasn't bottomed, I believe. 43. Well, it's not doing anything. Okay, I will play Inspo Crypto Analysis. What I can see that there is divergence here, and it is possible to start falling down at least to 19.5k to retest maybe this. It still looks bullish to me, although we have some divergences. I would wait for one last leg up probably, and then to 20k or 20 something, and then we can go down, I believe. Okay, let me check the liquidation map. Let me spin. Yay, 15 credits. Okay. Sorry, liquidation map is here. So not FTX. I think Binance is Binance is what we should be seeing. So that's really interesting because the person or the company that shorted, we had a huge liquidation here at 20.2 or at 20.3. Now it's gone. So they shorted, the market fell, then they stopped the short, canceled the short, and picked it up to the upside. This is what they did. It's classical pump and dump. Sorry, the reverse, dump and pump. Classical dump and pump. So yeah, we don't have it right now in Binance. As you can see right now, they're longing with lower leverage. Really strange how they can manipulate the whole market. Dump and pump.
Hello folks, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspo Crypto. Here we go. Today with volatility. Yes, finally the price is moving. Finally, even they liquidate my long. It doesn't matter because I did my money anyway. Just closed my short with gain, but they liquidated. I had more funds in my long than in my short, so I was a little bit. It was painful because, Bitget did 18,110, while Binance did something like 19,200. That was a little bit. So my expectations to see first Adam hitting 18,200, maintain maybe there, have a little bounce, and go even more down. That would give me some time to introduce more money to my long, but at BitGet at least just went directly to 18,100, and my liquidation price was 18,146. So it was a little bit frustrating, but afterwards close my short, convert them long, the money is in. What is my profit? Not big at all. So, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I really don't care about. However, check out. I mean, that was it was really crazy to see that Bitcoin was front running. Like, hey, we know what's going to happen next. That was looking extremely painful in my eyes, but we did it. I mean, we went down, we went up. Um, I would be careful. We need to check some data to figure out where are our limitations, right? That's why we make this analysis every day, and that's what we are going to do now. I know that some of you are saying, hey, Inspo, can you provide the analysis a little bit earlier? Unfortunately, not yet at least. I hope with Phoenicia something will change so that I can do that earlier. I think it will be possible next year, but for this year, absolutely not, because I'm really busy with my job all the time. I really try my best. I really promise you that, but it's really hard. I know. I mean, it's now 6 p.m. here in Europe, and I'm going to record the analysis right now, and I know after record it's going to processing. Afterwards I have to upload to YouTube. It's not in HD, so I need to wait. Yeah, and I have to spend 3 to 4 hours until I can provide the analysis. So usually I should start in the morning, and even then it doesn't make sense. So we will see. We are right now, as you can see, we are hitting our lovely trend line of this relatively long trend, and we need to see if we can have a breakout retest and go even more up. That would be extremely cool. If not, I would be extremely careful because we received some bigger inflows, but I'm not going to teaser. Let us go directly forward and check what's happening. We will start first with the Wales ratio, and then we will go further and see if we can yeah, just check what's the next. So Wales ratio 30 days moving average, as mentioned, it's lifting up even more, so indicating that's nothing. I mean, we are still on track. I think we will see the level of 18k again. We will make a retest. I don't think we are done here, to be honest. I mean, I can imagine to go up to 19.5 maybe or something, to try at least a retest at 19.5, maybe even 20k, maybe would be possible. I can imagine that, but it's looking like these guys want to bring Bitcoin more down. It would match to the hedge funds bet. They are buying more shorts and selling more longs on CME, so would match. Let us go forward. What's happening here? Well, we can see that the Wales ratio 30 hours moving average, were maintaining that level, was partly relatively high. We didn't reach even the 90%. That's something where I would say it's extremely critical, but it didn't happen. Instead, we can see that the Wales ratio 30 hours moving average is declining right now. So usually when it starts to decline, it's where they are done with their preparation, and that's the next step afterwards. So that's where these guys start really just to push the price down. They are starting to distribute, and then at a certain moment they stop. So it seems, of course, because of SPY, SPX, and DXY, right now just dumping hard. So usually that means we are, we should go up, and that's what happened. And we need to see what happens then. In my opinion, I don't feel really comfortable. I don't see at the moment the option of a short squeeze on SPY. That would be, in my personal opinion, the only scenario where I see that Bitcoin will push up very hard to the upside. At the moment, everything is driven by the expectation, people, by the expectation, hey, bad news are good news. Well, a rising inflation is not good, but good for the Fed, bad for the market. So for them, it was a bad news. A bad news is a good news for the Fed. A good news for the Fed is a bad news for the markets. It's at the moment, it's what we see. Interesting here is stablecoin supply correlates very well with the price. They are sucking more and more money from the market. Just to make it clear, that's the air that the market needs to survive and to breathe, and they are sucking money from the markets more and more and more. That's not bullish at all. That's really absolutely not bullish at all. The big question is why? Wales just maintaining on the side, sideline and waiting, for example, until we reach their price level just to jump in again, or really people, traders, whales, big whales living in the market because something is behind we are missing. Maybe regulation, laws, whatever, a lot of different things. Or maybe because they know something big is going to happen to the equity market. Also possible. We need to see. However, that's not bullish at all, and at the moment it's indicating we will see, in my opinion, more such events, more to the downside than to the upside, unfortunately. Let us go forward. So I'm hedging once again 50-50. So what does that mean? I'm longing once again with 50% of my funds and shorting with 50% of my funds, just because, yeah, I was all in for the long, and that was the right decision. We went up very hard, and so I was expecting that Bitcoin will not break the current trend line, and that's what it's showing at the moment, while I know that we are receiving bigger inflows since a while. I mean, even here, that was almost the local bottom, and then we received almost 5,200 Bitcoins. Let me just show you that. So we can see here, from here they started to send 1,000 Bitcoins, another 800 Bitcoins, another 750 Bitcoins, then 1,700 Bitcoins, then another 1,000 Bitcoins, then 5,200 Bitcoins, and now another 800 Bitcoins. So we are talking really oh, what's happening here? Why the gap? Let me refresh that. We can see that they are just preparing the next move, and in my opinion, the next move is going to be down. Another 1,700 Bitcoins arrived. So that doesn't look at the moment really good, to be honest. I mean, we are talking here almost 7,000 Bitcoins in the last 2 hours, and that's not that bad. At the same time, we have a gap. We did here 4,000 Bitcoins outflow and another 700. So we are talking here about few thousand Bitcoins gap. Means the net flow is in favor of the inflows, not from of the outflows. Means they are still maintaining, holding their Bitcoins there just to push the price more down, and that's what's happening at the moment. So the price is retracing now. We need to see how far they are going to go, but yeah, it doesn't look that great. So even stablecoins are not really arriving, nothing big at all. I mean, 8 millions here and another 12 millions here. It's not big at all, absolutely not. Let us see and check what the future market is doing. So futures, well, I mean, that's crazy. Funding rate lifted up, declined, lifted up. Of course, it started to decline with delay. While, if we check, the open interest did something like a wave. It seems, I mean, if we zoom a little bit in, you can see what they did. They liquidated some, but nothing big, and that's surprising me a little bit. It wasn't that big what they liquidated, and the only thing that keeps lifting up is the leverage ratio. The leverage ratio is so extremely bullish, while the funding rate is declining. So people right now just that's my dog. That's not me, by the way, if you hear that. She's drinking water. Okay. So what we see here is that that the funding rate is declining, so they are demanding more shorts at the moment, and the leverage ratio rising, the open interest declining a little bit, of course, but yeah, that's I'm wondering how it works. I guess a leverage ratio more related to the longs, while the open interest maybe more to the shorts. I really don't know. It looks a little bit strange. Related here, for example, to stablecoin futures, nothing. Almost very flat, 90 millions, peanuts, 60 millions, even here 68 millions, peanuts. But finally, Bitcoin's coming back to derivative exchanges. We have here 3,400 Bitcoins, another 3,000 Bitcoins, and so on and so forth. So lifting up while stablecoins declining, also very interesting. So I would be extremely careful now longing. If you want to long like me, just hedging with a short. Otherwise, I wouldn't long here, to be honest. Let us check. Here, aggregated leverage ratio declined and open interest, both. But also here, Let us see the 1 hour time frame. Oh yes, they liquidated. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. 1,500 bitcoins here and another 600 bitcoins here. Longs. They liquidated here shorts 180 bitcoin shorts. Because the big problem, and that's what we are going to see next, is that longs, while we were in the local bottom, more longs were coming in, not more shorts. They maintained at the bottom, I guess, a little bit with the hope more shorts will come in, but it didn't happen. So we need to see. Let us go forward, and that's Binance. Let me maybe refresh the website first. Okay, so funding rate on Binance at the moment declining, but as you see, it's delayed. So that was with delay at the bottom. They started to demand more shorts, and that was, of course, the trap. I mean, the first trap was, as mentioned, also even yesterday, if I'm not wrong, I told don't feel comfortable at 19k. Only because we bounced there several times doesn't mean we will bounce directly there once again. And it happened. I mean, this time even I was victim, but that's fine. I mean, I was hedging, and that's the only opportunity or possibility, in my opinion, to minimize the risk. Because otherwise, it's crazy. It's really crazy. You have to respond to the market very quick. I mean, if I would maintain my hedge position I had before, I wouldn't. They would liquidate both my long and my short with this volatility. So, yeah, I had to respond very quick to the market conditions. However, I think that the funding rate is lifting up once again. Let us check. That was an hour ago or something. 2,200 million, so 2.2 billion versus 658 million. Let us check if shorts are coming in. Yeah, they are coming in. 150 millions more in shorts and almost 80 millions less in longs. But 80 millions less in longs doesn't mean automatically someone took profit. We know they liquidated almost 2,000 bitcoins in longs, only in longs, while only 170 bitcoins in shorts. So, you know, I would be careful here. So for me, it means the market is still overloaded with longs, and usually that's not good. So volatility could mean we will maintain the current level at 19k once again, and then go much more to the downside afterwards. Sounds crazy? It is crazy, but that's the market. We need to see how the shorts are going to progress now. If we see they're going to flip the longs, or at least go more up, then we have the opportunity to have volatility, but in the opposite direction. First up, then down, for example. But we need to see. I mean, once again, 72 to, or almost, yeah, 72 to 28, and 70 to 30, or yeah, that's 69 to 31. Once again, in my opinion, yeah, just Ethereum looks a little bit more healthy. Let us go forward. That's Binance at the moment, and you see, I mean, 19,170 would be extremely good to liquidate all of them. Otherwise,
this
19,900. So
this note is gone, by the way.
I still have my problems with that price, to be honest. I don't think we can do it, but let us check the gamma, and then we will know much more. So I start to check the difference in structure, mid-level in the structure. Try to see what is moving in the market. What we see here is FTX is not moving in the market. Absolutely not. They are not really doing anything. They distributed a lot, but they are not really buying up. Only Bitcoin collateral futures are longing at the moment, more than even stablecoin futures. Even the aggregated spot doesn't look that bullish, to be honest. So let us go and check what Binance is doing. Even here, Binance, I mean, wow. They since October 7th, since last week, they distributed much more than they accumulated, or both. Almost, we are talking about 11,000, even more than 11,000 bitcoins in CBD. That's really a lot. Not doing anything at the moment. Bitfinex, what is that Bitfinex? I mean, it's not huge in CBD, but that looks extremely. The problem of Bitfinex is, if we check the CBD of Bitfinex, we would say, yeah, okay, yeah, Yeah, but it's not a lot of volume. Yeah, but these guys are using Deribit, OKEX, Huobi at the same time. So it seems, based on the CBD at least, these guys initiated this dump. That's how it looks like. So I would be extremely careful because, as you see, right now also distributing more. It seems it's much more distribution because that's looking a little bit like a distribution. That's why I said so. I don't like what they are doing because it was looking like distribution. They are still in distribution mode. It seems they are still in distribution mode. That's crazy. That's really crazy. So, and even Coinbase, I mean, they started to distribute even before, not bad. I mean, 1,600 bitcoins in CBD since yesterday midnight. That's not bad at all. Well, it takes a little bit. But of course, if we check that, that doesn't look like a big deal. So, Coinbase maintains its bullish sentiment. Let us check what is happening here. These guys, everything is fine. These guys here, even buying more. These guys here, okay, they are reducing their balances. These guys here, of course, buying the dip. We know what they do. And the market maker, reducing their balances. And I would be extremely careful because I would love to see a try at least to go up to 19,500 and even maybe a try to 20k and then go down hard. Maybe to 17.6 and say, okay, that's it. Thank you very much for the party. We will see us next year. At the moment, since their peak of 4,920,000 reduced by 20,000, let me check if that's what I see here as well. Yeah, perfect. So 20,000 bitcoins less than they had just a few days ago, indicating they sent once again bitcoins to OTC, to derivative exchanges, and so on and so forth, just to push the price down. These entities mainly linked to centralized exchanges, as you see, are lifting up. We can see that these guys, even of course you will say, yeah, but Inspo, that's not big. We are not talking about huge amounts. How is that possible? Well, usually these guys use different channels just to dump the market. I mean, they sent here 3,143 bitcoins to spot exchanges. They only do that if they want to push the price down. The question is, and it seems they didn't yet, it seems it's more distribution because usually they would send another 4,000 bitcoins to derivative exchanges. I don't know if they still have some there. It's possible, but I would be extremely careful here, really. But because these guys are the main driver. It's the entity, not one entity. No. It's the entity. Just to make it clear, they are so accurate. Like my whatever, it doesn't matter. You can see also here Bitcoin reserves on centralized exchanges lifting up, also indicating, in my opinion, we are not done, boy. We are not done. That's a foretaste. Yeah, but we will see. Stablecoin reserves declining, even here on the.
So I would say that maybe we will have a dump, but I guess we can go higher for a while, or try to maintain this level, pump up a little bit more to 20.5 maybe, or 21k, and then dump it, because they're still distributing, and it doesn't look very bullish. Like, we have so many wonks that it's overcrowded here. They have to liquidate them. On the 1 hour, it looks like we can go down, but yeah, I'll wait for it, or just only trade some small. Even you can see that 5 minutes you cannot trade it, it's flat right now. 15 minutes, there might be another wave to the upside, so not really I can trade right now. I cannot trade this right now. It's too, if we trade it to the long side, it's too dangerous. That's it. It is what it is. Have a good Friday.